Right now, somewhere in your garden, your lavender is making a decision, not you, the plant. As the days get shorter, it's quietly pulling energy away from blooming and pouring it into its roots instead, getting ready for winter whether you've noticed or not. And that shift opens a window, a short one, maybe 2 weeks. What you do inside that window decides whether this plant comes back next spring thicker and healthier than ever, or spends the winter dying from the inside out. Get the timing wrong in either direction and you can undo an entire season of growth with one cut, made a week too early or a week too late. So here's what we're doing today. Everything your lavender needs before August is over. In the right order, no fluff. First, go look at your stems. Find the line where soft green growth turns into stiff gray-brown wood. Found it? Good. You're going to need that line for almost everything that follows. Number 1, the prune. But only inside that green line, never past it. Here's the thing about lavender that catches people off guard. Unlike most shrubs, it doesn't have hidden buds tucked inside its old wood. None. Once a stem hardens into gray-brown bark, there's nothing left inside it that can push out new growth. Ever. So if you cut into that brown wood, thinking you're shaping the plant, you're not shaping it, you're killing that stem. Permanently, it will not come back. Instead, trace each stem down to the exact spot where green meets brown. Cut about ½ inch to 1 inch above a healthy set of leaves, staying entirely inside the green. You're removing roughly 1/3 of the plant's height, and shape it into a rounded dome, slightly taller in the middle, not flat across the top. That shape does 2 things. It lets light reach the lower branches, and it sheds rain and snow instead of holding on to it. Number 2. Timing. This is where most people get it wrong, and it's not close. Prune while it's still blazing hot, past 90 degrees, and the new growth that sprouts gets scorched almost instantly. Sometimes it even tricks the plant into pushing out a second round of flowers, which burns energy that should be going straight into the roots. Prune too late, into October, and that new growth doesn't get enough warm days to toughen up before the first hard frost. And when frost hits unhardened cells, ice forms inside them. They rupture from the inside. The rule of thumb: finish this prune 6 to 8 weeks before your area's average first hard frost. Cold climate? Wrap up by mid to late August. Milder climate? You've got a little more room into early or mid-September. Number 3. Before you assume anything is dead, check it. Physically, not just by looking. This is the snap test. Bend each questionable stem starting near the tip, working down toward the center. Snaps clean, dry, brown inside? Dead. Cut it back to the nearest green junction. Bends without breaking and shows pale green, moist tissue underneath? Alive. Leave it. Why does this matter so much? Because heat stress and actual decline can look almost identical from across the yard. Both dull, both grayish, both a little thin. But heat-stressed foliage curls evenly across the whole plant, and the stems flex, not snap. Real decline, usually root rot, shows up as yellowing and sudden wilting low on the plant, and the stems go soft and mushy, not dry and brittle. Mix those two up and you'll either rip out a plant that was completely fine or waste weeks nursing one that was already gone. Number 4. Ease off the water. Even if your schedule hasn't changed all summer. Shorter days mean the plant is losing far less moisture through its leaves than it was in July. Keep watering like it's still peak summer and you leave the soil colder and wetter than the roots want, right as they're trying to settle in for fall. Let the top 2 to 3 inches dry out completely before you water again. This matters even more if you're somewhere hot and humid. Warm, damp soil above 85 degrees is exactly the setup that lets root-rotting fungal pathogens take hold. And once that happens, there's usually no saving the plant. It needs to come out fast before it spreads to anything nearby. Number 5. Put the fertilizer down, all the way down, through winter. Lavender comes from lean, low-nutrient soil. It doesn't want to feed right now, no matter how tired it looks. A nitrogen boost this late in the season does the opposite of what you'd expect. It pushes out soft new growth at the exact moment the plant should be hardening off. And that thin-walled growth, that's exactly what frost cracks and fungal disease go after first. Number 6, check your mulch, check your drainage. Do it now while it's still easy. Organic mulch piled against the base, bark, wood chips, compost, holds moisture right where you don't want it as the weather turns damp. Pull it back. Switch to a thin layer of gravel or crushed stone instead. It sheds water rather than trapping it. And if your soil runs heavy or clay-like, this is your last easy shot at working in some coarse grit before fall rain makes the ground too soggy to fix. Number 7. If part of the plant is genuinely bare, dead wood, no green anywhere nearby, take cuttings. Right now. This is your last real chance before growth slows down for the year. Pick a healthy stem from this season, one without flower buds since a non-flowering stem sends its energy straight into roots. Cut 3 to 4 inches just below a leaf node. Strip the leaves off the bottom couple inches. Dip the cut end in rooting hormone. Set it into a well-draining mix, perlite and coarse. Sand works well. Keep it humid, out of direct sun. Roots usually show up within 2 to 4 weeks. Overwinter those cuttings somewhere cool and bright, and by spring you've got free replacement plants, genetically identical to the original. One more thing, and it matters. Not every lavender wants the same treatment. English lavender, the compact, cold-hardy type, takes a full structural prune well. The bigger lavandin hybrids need that same thorough prune, or the center flops open under winter snow. But Spanish and French lavender, the softer, warm climate types, only light tip pruning right now. Cut hard into their older wood, and you'll do more damage than good. So, before August ends, find your green line, cut only inside it, time to your climate, snap test to anything that looks questionable before you decide it's dead, cut back the water as the days shorten, put the fertilizer away completely, fix your mulch and drainage while it's still simple, and take cuttings now from anything that's truly past saving. What you do in the next couple of weeks matters more to this plant's future than almost anything else you'll do all year. Get it right, and you're not just getting your lavender through winter, you're setting it up to come back denser, fuller, and stronger next spring. If you've already pruned yours this year, drop a comment. Tell me when and roughly where you're located. I want to see how the timing shifts across different climates, and it genuinely shapes what I cover next on this channel. Go find that green line before the month runs out.